Stress. We all have it. It's quite a simple thing to fix because it's a simple thing we're doing within our minds which is causing us to feel stressed. And that's what I'm going to be talking about in this video. I'm also going to be talking about 5 ways to get rid of stress. But first off, what is stress? Now stress really is just when somebody believes that they're not capable enough of doing a certain set of things in order to foresee a future outcome. This is due to the fact that people always look ahead as to what they think they have to do in order to be someone that they're not today, in order to get something that they haven't got today. And they'll often get to that point within their lives when they're always comparing themselves to others. You know, that person's done so much already, I can't do all of that. It's too much. Especially where I'm at right now, I can't do all of those things that they've already done. Okay? So that's all it is right there. They become stressed. They don't believe that they can actually accomplish the amount of things that they know that they have to do, or that at least that they think that they have to do in order to do what it is that they want to do within the future. It's really one of those emotions that people embody which just eats away at a person's self-esteem. They'll come to believe that they're not able to do something, and thereby they'll end up just focusing on the fact that they're not doing it right now, those things, and that makes them feel like they're not capable of ever achieving anything in life. Now the stress just turns into depression, and nobody wants to feel that way. Nobody wants to feel crappy all of the time. But the worst thing of all is that stress can kill dreams. It will literally stop you from doing what it is that you need to do, and if you don't act on those ideas die in your mind. You forget about them. Therefore you have nothing to act on. If you have nothing to act on, then you will never see something come into fruition. So stress is a dream stopper. It feels uncomfortable in the body. It makes us observe others and completely doubt ourselves. It's something which really is a dis-ease of the mind and of the body. This is how I get rid of it. Number 1, micromanage. Yeah, it's pretty simple, right? Not just taking little pieces of what you need to do, but literally calculate how long those things are going to take. Now, if you know, this is where it gets smart. If you know how long something's going to take, then you'll need to sacrifice some things in order to make room for other things. So micromanage your time and micromanage the things that you need to do in order to fit those things into those time slots, so that you're more productive throughout the day. Number 2 kind of ties into what I just said. Okay? And that is to make time for the things that you put off yesterday. Nobody wants to feel like they were complete failures the day before. It sucks, because it only reinforces the belief that you're not capable of doing something within the future. So if you pick up the things that you dropped yesterday, then really you never technically dropped them. You're just carrying them into the next day. This will help build up your confidence and your self-esteem when it comes to you knowing the fact that you are capable of doing certain things. Okay? So make time today for the things that you put off yesterday. Now you can do this in either one of these ways. You can either do what you put off yesterday in the morning, or you can do something new in the morning so it feels fresh, and then pick up what you dropped yesterday later on within the evening or the night, or even the early morning if you're going way into tomorrow. Number 3 would be to check your reality. More importantly, how far you've already came. Now this is really important, okay? Because if you think about what stress actually is, it's you not being comfortable with the idea that you'll be able to achieve a certain amount of things. Now when you stack those things up compared to everything that you've already done within your past, all of a sudden you feel capable because you've got this heaping mass of action behind everything that you've already done. So if you compare that to what you need to do, you'd be like, there's nothing, it's easy. It's just usually when we think about the things that we need to do, we think about it from a standpoint of, I'm new. It's fresh, it's day 1. And when you think about it like that, you feel like you have no experience backing the fact that you are capable of doing something, which looks huge. But when you look behind you, you realize that you've done everything already. Look at other examples within your life, other projects. Meld them all together, realize that you've done a ton of stuff. And then you realize that you're actually way more capable of achieving this little feat within the future. So get realistic, because realistically you're capable of doing anything. And if you know that, really know it by going through your memories, don't just say it. You need memories, you need visual and auditory stimuli within your brain to really reinforce the self-belief that you are able to do anything. Then you'll be able to achieve some really cool things. Tip number 4, set the bar high. Yeah, sure. But only focus on what you're able to manage. More importantly, what you know you can manage. Who cares if you don't know how to make $1 billion? It doesn't matter. Or 1 million. Or a couple of thousand. It doesn't matter. Who cares if you want to become the most brilliant speaker in the world? Or that perfect actor or the perfect model? Who cares if you don't know how to get there just yet? But what do you know right now? You'll find that what you do know right now, you've already done, and that's how you know it works. And when you start doing those little things, now you're able to manage your time effectively. Not only that, but you start to build momentum. And the funny thing about building momentum is something that a lot of people don't actually consider talking about in videos like these, is the fact that when you build momentum, you actually become heavy in mass. It's like the faster you run, the heavier you become, and the more gravity you sustain. And because of this, you start pulling in more ideas and more people and more opportunities that you otherwise wouldn't have attracted if you're running at a snail's pace. So that's what's so cool about building momentum. So build momentum with the things that you know, and then you'll end up discovering what you need to find out in order to then be where you want to be in life. And then when you look behind you, you realize that you've done a lot. Again, once more. And the last one, number 5, it might seem counterintuitive, but never look for an outward opinion. The reason for this is simple. Any idea that they can conceive is because they believe in that idea for themselves. Which means that if they were to act on their ideas, their reality would be completely different compared to your end goal, your vision for your future. That being said, this can only suggest that your ideas, what you want to do, is tailor-made specifically for you to get to your final destination, the one that you're seeing within your mind. So you should never ask for advice from somebody when it comes to what you should do. Because when you do that, you actually obscure the final destination as to where you want to be in life or in anything that you want to do or anything that you want to accomplish. The only time you could ask for advice is when it's specific advice. How did you make your journey easier? Then you apply those methods to your life. Did they have to sacrifice things? Did their mind have to change? How did it change? And what happened as a result because of their mind changing? How did their relationships change with their friends and their family? These questions are very specific questions, okay? And they will not change the outcome of what it is that you're trying to achieve. So that's it, guys. Those are my 5 tips as to how to relieve stress. At the end of the day, it's going to take a while, simply because you have to notice these things. So don't expect to fix your stress straight away. It's not as simple as just thinking it, and then all of it just disappears. I gave you 5 steps, not 1. Which means that you have to notice 5 states of awareness within your mind in order to observe, reconstruct, and change. Now, if you've been doing that during the duration of this video, then congratulations. You're probably stress-free already. If not, then revisit these steps. Again, it will take a while. But I guarantee that although it won't take you a moment to become stressless, it will take you 10 minutes. Honestly, if you're really good at meditating, it'll probably take you about 3 minutes at best. Now, I don't know about you, but 3 minutes to me sounds great compared to being stressed out for about a month. There are actually people out there that are stressed for that long of a period of time and they end up putting out their hair. I didn't believe it until I saw it. And, sometimes they don't even have to put out their hair. Sometimes it just falls out. But don't worry, that won't happen to you because you're actually looking for ways to get rid of it. Those people just don't. So I'm Ryan JC, Ryan James Cropper. These have been my 5 tips as to how to get rid of stress. And check out this video for the 18 tips on how to get rid of anxiety. Not just social anxiety, but pretty much anxiety overall. And I'll speak to you all pretty soon. Peace.